The champagne glass shattered in my hand. The music stopped. Conversations froze. Every face turned toward me, but my eyes were fixed on my brother, Fahad, and my wife, Hira, standing a little too close in the corner. Her lipstick smudged, his shirt collar open. For a long moment I couldn't breathe. The lights flickered from the dance floor, casting flashes of gold and red across their faces like a warning I should have seen months ago. I just toasted to family, loyalty, and new beginnings. The irony made me want to laugh, but the sound lodged in my throat. My family had spent years calling me the beggar, the failure, the one who'd married up. Tonight, at their grand anniversary party, I was supposed to prove them wrong. I was supposed to stand tall. But instead, betrayal burned behind my ribs like acid. 2 weeks earlier, Hira had suggested we attend my parents' 40th wedding celebration together. "It'll be good for you," she'd said, touching my arm with that practiced sweetness that used to melt me. "You've worked so hard. Let them see how far you've come." At the time I believed her. I'd spent years clawing my way up from nothing after my father threw me out for disrespecting the family name. What he didn't know was that I had built something far greater than he ever imagined, an entire investment firm operating quietly under a different name. I was planning to surprise everyone tonight with the announcement that I owned the luxury venue they were celebrating in. But that plan evaporated when I saw Fahad's hand on Hira's back, the same way mine used to rest there when I still believed she loved me. I forced myself to set the broken glass down. The sound of crystal against marble echoed like a gunshot. "Something wrong, Samir." Fahad's voice cut through the silence, calm and amused. Hira's face flushed. "Samir, you're bleeding." Her concern sounded rehearsed, like lines she'd used before. My fingers trembled, blood dripping onto my cuff. I looked at them both, the golden couple of the night, the ones who had mocked me for years, and something inside me hardened. Smiled. "No," I said quietly. "Everything's perfect." Dinner resumed awkwardly. My parents avoided my gaze, focused instead on Fahad, their pride and joy. I watched Hira laugh too brightly at his jokes, touch his arm too freely, and every nerve in my body screamed. I remembered the first time I brought her home. My mother had pulled me aside and whispered, "She's too good for you. Don't get attached." Back then I thought she was just being cruel. Now I wasn't so sure. I noticed the small things I'd ignored before. The way Hira's phone would light up late at night, how she'd lock the screen when I entered the room. How Fahad had suddenly taken an interest in helping her with business contacts. Maybe betrayal doesn't arrive all at once. Maybe it seeps in slowly, disguised as laughter, advice, or kindness. By dessert my chest felt hollow. I slipped away, down the hallway lined with family portraits, each one a reminder of where I never belonged. I entered the manager's office, where my assistant, Bilal, was waiting. "Everything's ready." "Yes." He nodded. "Yes, sir. The documents are in place. The announcement will go live in 15 minutes. Closed my eyes. 15 minutes until every member of this family discovered that the beggar they mocked now owned their mansion, their company shares, and the very venue they were celebrating in. But the victory felt poisoned. I wanted to expose Hira, confront Fahad, make them feel the humiliation they'd carved into me. Yet another part of me, smaller, trembling, still loved her. Still remembered how she used to tuck her hair behind her ear and whisper, "You're my peace." What a cruel word. When I returned to the ballroom, my father was on stage giving a speech about family legacy and loyalty. I almost laughed again. Then the lights dimmed and the host announced, "Before we continue, our sponsors have a special presentation." The projector flared to life, displaying a slideshow of the event's sponsors. The crowd murmured as a logo appeared, Amir Holdings. I stepped forward. "I'd like to say a few words," I said, my voice steady. My father frowned. "Samir, not now." But I ignored him. "You see, Amir Holdings isn't just a sponsor." I paused, letting the silence hang heavy. "It's my company." The room erupted in whispers. "I own this hotel," I continued. "This celebration. Every light, every bottle of champagne, every seat you're sitting on, it's mine. My father's face drained of color. My mother looked like she'd swallowed glass. Fahad blinked rapidly, trying to process it. Hira, she just stared at me. Maybe scared. Maybe something else. You called me a beggar, I said softly, looking straight at her now. But tonight, I wanted to show you who I've become. The audience clapped awkwardly, unsure whether to celebrate or retreat. I waited for the satisfaction to come, but it didn't. All I felt was the emptiness of winning a war that left me standing alone. Later, after most guests had scattered, I found Hira on the balcony, staring at the city lights. You planned all this, she said quietly. To humiliate them. No, I replied. To remind them. Her eyes glistened. And me. Hesitated. You were supposed to be part of the reminder. She looked away. Samir, I didn't mean to. Don't, I cut in. Don't lie to me again. Tears slipped down her cheeks. It wasn't supposed to happen with him. I was lonely and you were distant. Always working. Her honesty cut deeper than her lies ever did. I nodded slowly. Maybe that's true. But you didn't just betray me, you joined them. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. The distance between us felt wider than the whole room. You've changed, she whispered. No, I said, turning toward the door. I finally became what you all made me. As I walked out, I glanced back once. She was still standing there, her reflection shimmering in the glass. Outside, the air smelled of rain and roses from the decorations. Somewhere behind me I heard applause again, forced, hollow, fading. One. But the victory didn't feel like triumph. Felt like a eulogy. That night, as I drove away, the city lights blurred in my vision. I'd exposed them all. My vengeful family, my unfaithful wife. But in doing so, I realized something cruelly simple. When you burn everything that hurt you, you also destroy the parts that once loved them. And sometimes, revenge doesn't heal the wound. Just makes sure everyone bleeds.